as we enter the cage and into the blue corner, please welcome Conor, the Bushman Magowan! Please welcome Kieron!
FFC 5, Resurgence, Hamilton Townhouse in Lanarkshire, Scotland. Kieron Conlin from the D unit in Dumbarton against Conor Magowan of Devil's Fight Team in Northern Ireland. A debutant Conlin. Here we go, the fight's underway. He's a stocky little guy, isn't he, Conlin? He looks like he can do some damage.
Bull, isn't he? Just looks absolutely solid. You wonder how he's the same weight as this other guy with the size of the legs on him there. Speedy though. It's very light in his feet here.
Very quick. You've got to imagine that Magowan will want to look at and use his range if he can, because you don't think you fancy a guy as heavy and as obviously as kind of with a low centre of gravity as Conlin's got. You want him in your face.
His first fight in MMA here, Conlin. And airtime. There you are.
Yeah, that's just a show of strength right there. Lifted him up and popped him straight in his back. And now he's working to get round into a dominant position of side control. Magowan doing a good job of trying to keep hold the half guard, although not any longer. I think he's... Oh no, he's done a great job there.
You know, Colin has the same frame as somebody else who trains at the D unit, Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor does actually, looks like a mini Sean Taylor, absolutely.
Very similar kind of frame there, isn't it? Very big, stocky thighs, and just the way he tried to circle round there and take.
The thing about this is Magowan, though, this was where he might do damage, because he's got that range, he's got those legs, and he's doing very, very well here to try and work them further and further up towards the neck of Conlin.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stereotype, but guys with the big long limbs, they do tend to be able to throw up triangles and arm bars.
Look at the power of Conlin, though, and those ground and pounds punches from the top position there.
Nice shot for a
very dangerous.
A heel hook, sorry, ankle lock. Pro wrestling's coming out in me. Thinking Ken Shamrock rather than Hussein Paul Harris.
Yeah, Conlin in a better position now. Yeah, very smart there. He felt the attempt from Magowan there to steal back half guard, and he just went, no, you're not having that.
Yeah, there you go. He's got side mount there. Nice low centre of gravity. And he's taking full mount.
I mean, how that was brilliant. Really patient, really smart.
Oh, he's just falling off the top of him there. Well done on Conor Magowan to shake him off.
Yeah, Magowan just felt a little bit of space opening up and he took the gap and away he is. Let's see what he does now. He thought that's not smart though from Magowan.
Magowan, of course, 1-1. Conlin making his debut here. Both guys, you can't expect them to be the finished article. And it's just great to see them getting involved in mixed martial arts and showcasing their skills here. And it's a great place to do it. A nice supportive audience. Definitely a lively audience, but not one that will boo either opponent or one that won't respect the skills of anyone, even if it's not quite the fan favourite. Nice work there to try and get round from half guard into side control.
Magowan had to work very, very hard to take the full guard there. I mean, it took him the best part of a minute, I think. Doesn't seem to have done anything to Conlin though. He's straight back up, making a bit of space, landing blows.
Some hammer fists landing there. Good support here for Kieron Conlin.
Yeah, really good first round. And Conlin's barely even breathing heavily at all. He's back to his corner. He's happy as anything. Give me a drink of water. Tell me how good I am. And that's what his corner will be doing. I think James Doolan in the corner.
Yeah, we've got James Doolan and Alan Johnson there. He's out of the D unit, Conlin, but obviously it's all under the same umbrella organisation, the Dinky Ninjas, the D unit, the Grip House and higher level, which is of course James Doolan's establishment. So the two guys in there, I mean, James Doolan, one of the pioneers of Scottish MMA, Alan Johnson, one of the rising stars of UK MMA really, a guy who could really go as far as he wants in this sport. Conor Magowan's Devils fight team, not one that I'm familiar with, but doesn't mean anything, you know. It doesn't necessarily mean that his cornermen there aren't experienced guys themselves. And he certainly looks to be able to hold his own in here, albeit Conlin has really produced some good stuff there in that first round.
Yeah, you have to say Conlin looking the more confident, more aggressive fighter in the first round, but by no means is Magowan out of this, of course. There's still 2 rounds to go, and we'll just have to see how he approaches this second round, maybe make better use of that range.
And it's a fight that the crowd here are really interested in. A lot of people around the Hamilton townhouse here are standing up on their feet, they're watching it, they're really paying attention. I think Kieron Conlin has brought a fairly substantial base here. Nice little kicks from him. Chopping away there. That outside leg, there he goes again.
Yeah, the Dinky Ninjas always have support. They're the Man United of Scottish MMA. Are Man United good these days? No, they're rubbish, aren't they?
No, Man United.
They're the Manchester City of Scottish MMA. And then always have support, and then also always have people rooting against them simply because they're the guys in the with the targets on them.
Yeah, they're the top of the tree, aren't they? And that's always the way of it. Some foot stomps here, which I don't know if they actually impact fighters very much, but to your casual fan,
and they look pretty horrible.
They look horrible, don't they? They look absolutely disgusting. There's nothing worse than somebody standing on your toe. Said this is someone who's never been kneed in the face, full on, obviously.
Yeah, that would probably suck as well, I have to imagine.
Conlin controlling
just
things
grinding.
Here.
I mean, you talk about Sean the Disgraced Taylor, and that was very much reminiscent of him grinding someone to the ground. You're going to the ground whether you like it or not.
It's like bullying him, isn't it? It's just bullying him with the size and the strength, and it's great. It's great work. Looking for the heel hook again there. Obviously, this is something Magowan has worked on previously. Almost looking for a knee bar now. But he's done well there. So he's locked his legs, Conlin, so he can't get that.
Always amazing with the knowledge these kids have. His first fight, and he senses what was happening there, and he just made sure it didn't happen. And now, I mean, Magowan's really, this looks like giving up a little bit here. When you turtle up like that, when you've got a guy with both hooks in.
I think even more than giving up, I think it's that Kieron Conlin has put such a pressure on him, and with these blows and the strength and the size weighing down on him, I think he's forcing him to quit. And I don't think there's much that Magowan can do at this point to right the way the flow of the match is going, the way the flow of the fight is going here. Conlin just smothering him, staying on top of him, hammer fist, throwing hooks, staying tight, squeezing the life out of him.
And he's got the mount again now. He's got the back mount. He's got Has he got both hooks in? I think he does.
There's no quitting Conor Magowan though, good on him. You know, he's taking a shot after shot here and he hasn't looked for a way out. But he really is taking shot after shot, Steve, isn't he? His head been bounced off the canvas here like a basketball.
The referee's now having a word, and I think the word is fight back.
Kieron Conlin, what a great debut this has proven to be.
That's a wonderful finish from Kieron Conlin. He just kept at him and kept at him and kept at him, and finally he knew the referee had no choice but to step in and stop it. Magowan doesn't look in a good way, actually. Maybe he's just exhausted, but he's not moved since the fight was called. The referee's just checking on him. I think he's all right, but Conlin, what a performance, man. What a strong, stocky,
if you're Kieron Conlin,
powerful young guy.
You're thinking before this fight, how would I like my first fight to go? Just that.
Absolutely. Yeah, you want to finish. You've got all your mates here from the D unit watching you, some of the best fighters Scotland's ever produced. I think I saw Paul McVeigh kicking around earlier as well. And yeah, what a debut. What a debut. What an exciting young fighter. Can't wait to see him again. That takes him to 1-0 as a professional, getting a hug off John Nicholson. Paul McVeigh, star after star.